Good evening, everybody. Hope you're well. Hello, Microman. Love that, fellows idiots. That's a good one. I'm going to use that. I was hoping to get this done before I came online. It's a very boring part of the game development, but they kept me working quite late again, so it's not happened. This is the Barbarian soundtrack. I love a bit of chiptune, I do. Try and pick out some new ones for every session. I think I'll leave that in the background actually, because we're going to be looking at how I'm using GIMP in here. Let's see if I can get it on my screen as well. Like I say, I tried to do this before I came online. Good evening, Moz. All this is a level. It's the exact same amount of pixels as our level. So that represents our level. And obviously a green one's a tree. And a pink one is a flag. And I've got to go through the boring task now of sort of zooming in. Obviously this is not a great way of doing a level editor, but it's very, very quick. Yeah, super quick and easy. No brain power really required at this moment. So I'm looking for that pixel there, aren't I? Of course, if I get it a bit wrong it doesn't matter, but the X I have to now calculate, which is a bit annoying. If I'd used ZX Paintbrush, I think there's a way of getting both on the screen at the same time, the cells and the pixels. Right, let's see if I can manoeuvre through this with very little screen space. Well, I think you've seen enough of GIMP there, you don't need to see that. You can imagine what the rest of it's looking like, isn't it? So I'll get rid of that. Where is it? There. There we go. And I've got it on screen. It's both the same file. There was a reason for this. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So of course all these can just be 0. It can be whatever I want them to be. Because I'm going to have to initialize them to these. So I could just leave them at that, but it's a little bit confusing. Right, anyway, the first one. Luckily I'm only concerned with the Y's right now. So it's 96 first flag. And this is going to be a very boring task, very slow. But at least no brain power. And hopefully we'll have a fun level after this. And then what really next after? I do not know. After I've done this mid level 2 like nice. I got a bit lazy, and you'll see the flags are quite like uniformly laid out. I just copied and pasted it most of the time. So I probably could have come up with some better like algorithm to I probably could have reduced this by a factor of 3 and just made sure I spawned 3 flags instead, you know, at a certain distance apart. Perhaps that's a little optimization we could look at one day if we have to. Oh, by the way, I shortened the level by I shortened it. If you remember, it was 4,096 pixels. And how much did I put it to? Guess just divided it by 2. Yes, I did. So 2048 pixels now, which means where I had that bit checking the upper byte, wherever it was, I have to find it later. It was a 16, I need it to be 8 now. Right, let's get these flags out of the way. I deliberately didn't put too many flags in there. Trees are actually slightly easier for the processor to handle, even though they're bigger. There's none of that, they don't spawn in pairs. There was some other simpler thing about it as well. Can't remember off the top of my head. So yeah, this isn't set in stone. This I probably will deviate from this a little bit, just manually by changing the numbers when I feel like it. But at least it got me started. Yeah, as you see, they're all uniformly laid out right now. That one's nearly elite. But it might look good being uniformly laid out. Might make it look a bit better than just haphazard. I've got to change the name of all them flags, I've just realised. How many more do I need? 1, 2. I only need 2 more. God, I guessed it pretty well. And these two are not uniform. They're just haphazard at the end. They happen to be 80 apart. Alright, so I added 2 flags. Which means I want to add 2 more of them. And 2 more of them. Line 68 I need it to go to. I'm going to delete them. And put 0. Okay. So I can close GIMP for the time being and come back to it later for the trees. So I have not done the X, of course. Luckily they never change. It's just this Y I've got to initialize. I'm forgetting completely where everything is right now. So luckily, where we had that thing with level 1 where we had to create one for the beginning of the game and then one for going back, it looks to me level 2 can just be the same every time. I guess that's a bit silly putting it in here. Instead I'll put that there to remind me. So I'll get an error there now. I don't remember to fill it in there. Let's put the name of it. Just as a completely interesting, well, or not interesting side topic that just popped up into my head, I've noticed in the course of my coding here that it seems to be case sensitive. Like I've done some copy and paste and like that got put to none, for example, and it doesn't work. So maybe I can start naming them how I use, because I'd normally put like, it'd normally be like camel case, I think they called it. But I've been avoiding doing that because I thought it wasn't case sensitive. But anyway, so I'll put this inside the flags right at the top, like underneath the data. And that basically goes, let's split this again, I want to be able to look at 2 bits of it at once. It basically just needs to go through every one of them, which is a word, remember, so I need to use 16 bits each time. Hiya, Spectrum. Ah, cool. Thanks, man. That's great info. Cheers, Spec. Hopefully you won't be able to resist giving me some tips later after about an hour of watching me struggle, but we'll see. Basically, I've hard coded the Y positions now so that we can reinstate them every time we come to that level. Here's the array. I've just got to create a loop to go through them all. I guess we'll preload B with num flags. I think that's what we've been doing on the other stuff. Well, that's not going to be that helpful for me because they're all constants. Actually, while I've got you here, Spectrum, and hello Fractal Mike, just saw your message. Do you know, because you probably will know the answer to this, if I define a constant like that with equals, does that use any memory space, or is that just the same as pasting that number in everywhere? Because as far as I'm aware, that shouldn't cost me any space. But thought I'd ask that while I could. Obviously, if you don't hear the question or whatever, I haven't got time, don't worry. I'm going to manually go through the hassle of coding all of them just one by one. No memory use, thank you. So I was correct for once. It is literally just like a label for me, just so I don't have to write that number in it. That's how I can think about that, I think. I'm just going to do them all manually. Oh, wait. I hope this works. Do I have to ink it twice as well? Nothing straightforward here. This is... I've probably done it a stupid way. Also, I've got to rename all these, sadly. Same as hash define. Okay, thanks, man. It's been ages since I've done C++, and I've never done C, other than when I didn't even realise I was doing C. When someone taught me it, I was thinking it was C++. Popcorn, nice. Yeah, this is probably not going to end well, but see how it goes. Because I really don't want to use any space for these numbers twice. Only 19 sets of flags. Oh. I hope that's correct, because otherwise I'm just wasting time, because I'm going to have to write a lot of these. I mean, maybe I should have had to sit and think about how to do this better. It seemed like it was going to be easy at the time, but iced tea and whiskey. I've never tried that. Oh, that's a shame. I wanted to do that line or whatever they call it. Oh, we're here. Master of laziness. Oh, only for some reason I thought I had 31. I mean, that might work. I'd love to know a way to suspend everything in there until it's done, without any possibility of it going anywhere else. I don't know, maybe that will only take a split second, I don't know. I'll give it a try. I'm not sure whether that will just work or not. Oh my goodness. I didn't do the trees, but them flags didn't look right at all. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds like the right way of doing it. Let's have a look, see. Because they're in memory here, but I need that to be restored every time I go back in. So if I change these to DW, is that the same thing? There's a way of making it lowercase, isn't there? There we go. Surely that does cost a bit of memory, doesn't it? Anyway, let's give it a try anyway. Right, so LDIR. I'll just delete this rubbish. Didn't work, did it? I wonder. I don't know why, but I'm not going to even worry about it just yet. I remember you showing me it, spec LDIR, and I had actually looked at it once before, but I still don't know how to use it, so I'm going to read about it online really quickly. And actually, I need to have a smoke anyway, so while I'm rolling that, I'll read this. It was quite straightforward. I remember you showing it me. It made loads of sense when you showed it me. Keep it where I have it. Did it? It didn't work though. Yeah, that's all right. Let's do that then. I've got it back to the way I had it. Maybe I'll try and fix that. It just seems really goofy and stupid. It's the first thing that came into my head to do that. Because sometimes when I hit a problem late at night, like last night, I think it through in my head, but I'm still thinking of like C sharp and how easy it would be in there. I think, oh, I can just move that into there. Okay, thanks, my dude. I'm just taking a quick 2-minute break whilst I think about this. Because it's quite straightforward. What I'm actually trying to do, in case it's not clear to anyone else watching, oops, is here's my flag Y positions that are words. We tested that last night. It absolutely works if I write the numbers in there. But of course, when you go back to level 1 and then reach level 2 again, they're still at 0. Because to move the flags, I reduce all of them until they appear on the screen, and then I draw them. All I need is a way of basically putting all of them into all that in order. That's all I need. So I just thought I'd recap over that in case someone was wondering what I'm messing around with here. And it seems like this is our culprit right now here. This one. Obviously it repeats the same thing over and over. No, I expect you do, man. Because the way I do things, as you can probably tell, I get the tiniest little bare essential knowledge to go forward, and then I go at it. I mean, it's all just for fun at the end of the day, isn't it? I wouldn't do anything serious with that approach, you know. I know it's all. I'm not taking it personally whatsoever. Don't worry. I can't imagine what it must be like sometimes being knowledgeable and watching someone who just trying but can't quite understand it. You know, it must be infuriating sometimes. I'd love to know why that doesn't work. I did get the numbers right, didn't I? Yeah. Of course, the exposition. I better put them expositions in, and then I'll check the num flags constant is correct. So I can't see any chat right now because I've just opened up another window. But this should only take a minute. It's a bit annoying on the X because I've got it in pixels, so I need to convert every single time to cells. But luckily they're in groups of 3, so I've just remembered. Excuse me. I've just remembered I've got to add 2 to all of these values in a sec because of the side buffer. But I'll just put them all in now so I don't have to remember where I stopped or where I changed. Quite a few correct ones. It does seem like I had one too many there. Hmm. It's all good. Can you not do none of that on the 6510? Because they don't have IX register either, do they? So you can't do the IX plus one thing, and I'd be lost to think about that right now. Anyway, I've put them all in now, the X. So the level is created. Other than the trees, I need to do the same thing, and there's a lot more trees. I'm only worried about the flags. I'll be surprised if that works. Nah, there's loads of them. Hmm. Hmm. There was definitely something I needed to change. I'm trying to think where I put it. Where it checks the upper byte. I'm sure it wasn't in flags. It must be in player level 2. It should be easy to see. Oh, here it is, yeah. I was going to say I put some comments like that. So for a start, I need to change that to 8. I'll reduce the size of the level down to 2,056. Oh, how much is it? Let me get it right if I'm going to write it down. 2048. But that only affects when the finish line appears. And that's probably still working fine anyway. That was not what was causing the flags thing. I'd say then, say it's this that I've just wrote. I mean, I can't see that this will help, but I would push and pop HL as well. I'm just wildly stabbing in the dark now. No, it's done nothing. If anything, it's made it a bit slower. Seems a bit less responsive actually. Maybe in my imagination. So I'm thinking that it's loading it into like only 8 bits. I think I might have it. Does that make any difference? I hope it does, because it's a pain changing it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not even sure if this will work or not. But well, I've got to try something, haven't I? I wonder if I can just test it like that. Yes, it is a good time. So that must be 8-bit then. It doesn't like that. Damn. Yeah. Right. So I need to split. That's a right pain, isn't it? No, thank you for the help, mate. Because it would have just wasted another 5 minutes, wouldn't it, of me trying that? If they were words, I could do it, couldn't I? Because I could just move one byte at a time, the high and the low. Do you know, I'm not sure if I've ever handled constants that are over 256. Almost there. I may as well delete this, mightn't I? Because I can copy and paste it easier when I get it right, rather than change each one. Expand on that, okay. Let's go for that. Do just the first flag. So the constant will work being that size, yeah? Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate any help at all. So it's not like time is limited. I've got plenty of time here. It does work, thank you. So I've just got to find a way of doing that. Rather than look it up, I'm going to try and figure it out. I'm sure I have done it before somewhere. So DE is the value I want. Ah, yeah, perhaps. Would this do it? No, no, I don't want to change HL, do I? It's a 16-bit register, yeah, that's what's confusing me. But when you point at the pointer, it's pointing at only one of the bytes, I think. That still confuses me, Microman. Totally. I kind of get it. Like when you said you can do it, I realised, okay, it's pointing at the 8-bit. Yeah, but which one does it point at? That's the weird thing, isn't it? That's what I don't get. Perhaps I don't need to use that pointer. HL is the pointer, so I do need to use the pointer. Ah, yeah, so I just need to know which way round it is, because I could just do that, couldn't I? I think that'll surely compile, hopefully. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to try it out. Ah, thank you for the help, dude. You knew I'd get it. Thanks, man. It's 23 flags. I'm just going to put them all down here in ones, and then I'm going to do that group thing. Group line. 1, 2. Oh, it's backwards, is it? Darn. I can change that with a group thing in a minute. Little endian. I was wondering, but I wasn't sure because I was putting it into H and then L. But it's the ink thing, isn't it, that does that? Of course. God, this is strange. What have I done? I'm just gonna go for a more. It's easier.
Got him!
I love it. I'll change them now before I forget. That's not gonna work. Got there in the end. I just had a weird feeling that I've broken another mouse wheel because I bought a cheap mouse, but it's a Logitech one. But it was 22 quid for the mouse and keyboard because my mouse wheel was doing my cheesing. But I think this is broken already, just a little bit. Alright, 21, 22, 23. Return. Is it going to work? So we use DE and HL there, but I'm pretty sure it's fine to not push and pop it. Come on. Oh, it's looking good. They seem to come a little bit quick. I thought it started a bit lower than that, but That's obviously my brain. Oh, it's such a hard game, this. I'll put a bigger gap for the flags, and I'm going to make the trees sort of guide you as well. But they will kill you, of course, if you're not careful. It's going to be pretty good. Wow, thanks for the help there. We've rushed through there. It's not taken very long at all, has it? Yeah, mine. When you're going down, it just goes up. If you go too far down, you end up going back up. Logic for no trees within flags. I could have done that, but we're running low on space already. They never change, so I've hard coded all the positions, but I just haven't done the trees yet. They were just in some random numbers that I chose yesterday. But in a minute, I'll do the exact same thing I've just done with the trees, with the flags, which is going to be a pain because there's a lot more trees. Anyway, that's done. I can stretch out the gap later. IOC. Got to look out. I knew it was going to be something like that, yeah. The International Olympic Committee. Yeah, I mean, they should do. Like, it's boring, the Olympics. They need to, like, spice it up a bit. We're in the year 2020 now, for God's sake. There should be lasers shooting at the contestants and everything. And a lot. Landmines, yeah. Robots. Drones that come out. Ski Sunday Saw Edition. This is it. If they're too slow, the saw is behind them. Alright, let's try and emulate that with ski trees. So far, we've only got 20. We need a lot more than that. I guess I'll load up my GIMP sec. Bring out the GIMP. 9, 18, 27, 36. Flipping out, I hope this doesn't slow the game down too much. 45, 54. 67 trees. Yeah, yeah, Pulp Fiction. We'll just have to wake him up now, won't you? Alright, so the very worst thing about this task is writing all these constants to start off. How did I do it in ski flags again? I'll try and stick to the same sort of convention. Alright. That's what I'll do. Okay. So I've got 3 on the same line. So it could definitely be optimized. Like I was saying about the flags, they were even spaces apart. I could have just had a third of the amount of constants and then had an algorithm just say go down a gap and do another tree. I'm going to try it doing it like this. It's much easier for my brain. And it might be a little bit less on the processor, I think. Unfortunately, This is going to take a long time. Luckily they are grouped evenly, I haven't bothered scattering them about. So you can probably tell where this one's going to be. Jeez. Alright, the next one's 344. Let me double check that's right. Yeah. Whew. A very horrible task. 4 and 6. Oh, I didn't put the right one. Interesting. They're not evenly gapped, some of them, but it might look cool doing that. In fact, let's just do that. Next one. God, I'm glad I wrote up there how many trees. 67. Flipping heck. Yeah, I tried to do it most like that. I did. I intended to, I should say. But I just going from work and came online. Like, I did that little tiny thing in GIMP that I done, and I just thought it'll be about 1 AM before I finish this. So I came on. These aren't set in stone anyway. It's nice to have some of them a little bit off in trees. You know, at the moment they're all like Atari style layout. It's in a grid. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Long way to go. $10.40. So about halfway through. Racking them up now. I bet there is. I doubt myself every step of the way of it as well. I have to triple check where I'm at. But I'm glad I did though. I thought I'd done a whole segment there, but I only done the top row of it. Doing Excel. That'd probably be a bloody good shout. My brain can't cope with things like that. It keeps trying to catch me out now. It doesn't scroll properly. Getting near the bottom now. Yeah, you read my mind. Pretty sure I will go in and tweak them manually anyway. Cool. It wasn't as bad as the double buffering that Moz happened to identify, which really was just one line out of all of them. One half line. I think there's actually two half lines. But... Okay, very few to go now. There probably is one missing. See, I just cocked up there. Right. Ah, see, I have messed up. There's only meant to be two in each
A few
line.
moments later.
Hell of a few moments. 1736. Because this little spot only has two trees in a line. So, there's 9 more on my screen. I can see them all. Hopefully, I'll just do them. This doesn't feel right. I've missed some or something. There's one too many, I think. I guess if there is, I'll just take one out at the bottom. Okay, so 3 more on the screen on the GIMP at 1904. Tree! Says 64 there, yeah? And I've said 67. No! I've missed the whole line. Sodja, you're having 60. Actually, nah, I can't. I've got to figure it out because of the X. Let me just skim through this. 333. Three, three, three. It's perfect to there then. Three, three, three. Okay. Another set of 9. Yeah, that looks okay. It's there, isn't it? You absolute git. I'll just do it. Please be good. Yes. There we go. Alright. Now just the painstaking task of doing the X's. Oh, the other one I've got to add 2 to all of them. So I'll remember to do that now already. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to go like that. That can't be right. 24. So when I drew my level in GIMP, I must have made it too wide by mistake. Sure I didn't, but so I'll just move them back a bit. and it's actually same again. And same again. Same again. We then have a little group of 2. And we have the same as the top. I'm just going to trust that that's right. I think it is. Finally I can close GIMP for good. I can see your chat again now, so I couldn't even see it for ages there. Look at your line numbers on the left. Forgot about the X. Yeah, because true, I should be adding 2 to all these. Yeah, because that flag will be right on the edge of the screen. Just do this. Oh, there has to be a load of 16s there, doesn't there? That'll be alright. Right. So back to the trees. Just need the same thing that we've got in here. Just copy that in to remind me. Tree. All the way to what? 67 lit. I hope it can handle this, the computer, like the Spectrum. Hmm. So how many do I need? 67. Not having it now. Oh, such a weird app this. What the flip? Not too much further. 67. So I need another whole 10. Well, I hope the Spectrum can handle it. If not, that was a lot of wasted typing. Where do we do it from? I just wonder why the trees is thing isn't it? The rest of it remains untouched as far as I know, so. Alright. Did I do the X? Yes, I did. That doesn't look like 67 though. I think that is. I probably should have done them in the same order as that, to be honest. Doesn't matter. Whew, let's just try it out. Go on, mate. Oh, that's looking quite good. I don't know why that tree appeared at the top there. I do need to make the gap a tiny bit bigger on these flags. Where's the trees? They were missing there. And the flags are in the wrong place here. I think that they went too far off the screen, maybe? Only some of them, though. The same thing seems to be happening with the trees as well, though. Like, I think I must have missed some of the X values out or something. That's my guess there. Oh look, the end is broken as well. Oh, I need to reset distance travelled to 0, that's all. Still pretty good progress so far. Might as well do it in its proper place in here. I don't even know the best way to do this really, to 0 it. That's what I want to do, but of course it's that 2 byte thing. I might have to use a pointer again. Yeah, I think I will. Is that really the best way of doing it? But probably will work anyway. So for now, I'm not worried about the trees and the flags not working quite properly. I'll investigate that in a bit. But what I want to check is if I go back into level 2, does it work? It's weird how it only happens on some of them. It must be something to do with the X, or like having the wrong amount of in the array or something of one of them, or all of them. Well, hey, there we go. So I'll just, while I'm taking a very short break, I'm just going to see if that appears at the end again like it should. So I don't know if they have red trees in snowy places. I've never seen that. But green ones look horrible because you've got to have the brightness put on. Otherwise, it also looked horrible. Brilliant. Of course, that sign being all glitched out like that, I can fix in the same way that I've done all the sprites. So now just finding out why them flags and trees aren't spawning correctly then. Yeah, only a short break. Just a quickie. Smoky. I'm guessing, straight off the top of my head, that one of these arrays is the wrong size, but do you know what's making me a bit wary of that? Is it was happening on trees and flags in the same areas of the level. So I'm thinking to myself, there's some other bug. Does that disable interrupt help in this scenario? It's not the flags on that word. Yeah, see, I don't think it would, because it does it on the flags and the trees. Just to try it. It's so doubtful that'll work, won't it? But is it messing up halfway through when it's drawing them tree positions? I mean, what's going on with that tree up there? I do not know. Oh, they all look good. So it's about here it breaks down, isn't it? There's supposed to be stuff there. It is looking damn good. As long as we can sort out this problem here. I'll check the size of the tape as well. Is that an accurate way of testing the amount of memory I've got left? 23.5 kilobytes it says on Windows for the size. I'm up for making this game quite hard, you know. So I think at the end of the ski level, there'll be a nice big finish sign for you to aim at, but if you miss it, you're going to lose your skis. Thing is, it's going to be really hard this game anyway, because when the tree collision's in, it's going to be so easy to hit a tree. Hopefully there'll be space for like a soundtrack at the start, loading screen. The main menu art would be nice, although I could probably be happy with just words on the main menu. Maybe a couple of little sprite. I'll reuse the white lines or something that I've already made. The skis, I'll just reuse them as a border. Right. Will it count then? Why tell me how many characters I've got selected? What's the point in that? That's it, Moz. I'll make sure it becomes a functioning game first, just with the graphics we've got. I did draw a dead player sprite, and it's not in use, so that's already in there. Count your line numbers, yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. I started from there. I want, how many do I want? 67. Started, the first one is on 111, and then 177, so that's right, isn't it? Or is it one out? I'm too thick. Do you remember when you're in school and everyone says, like all the older people would say, you're using the calculator too much, you won't be able to do anything in the future? I'm like, I am that person. 56. Missed it. Yeah, no, 60. I need 67. And it's gone from 111 to 177. Let's just try one more. I really can't see that working, but might. The reason that I'm getting worried is that where it breaks, it seems that the flags are in the wrong place and the trees are as well. They're two like independent. I couldn't have gotten both wrong. Look, see, there's supposed to be trees there. And then what the hell are the flags doing there? I'll try and count which one it is that looks broke first. Oh. That mystery tree at the start might be a clue. I should probably not ignore that forever. So the first 9 are fine. The next 9 are fine. This lot, the flags are in the wrong place, and so are the trees. You see them flags? They're supposed to be right at the end, that little group of 4 like that. The ones that we just went past. Oh, give me 2 secs. DS 67 times 2. 111 to 176. Take out all the DW zeros and put DS. Okay. Good thinking, man. I see. DS. I've never seen DS before. What does that stand for? Define space. Oh, that's what the DS is. Okay. I'll read about that later. That seems very useful. In that case, let's do the same on the flags. I love it. Thank you, man. I don't know if this will fix the problem. I fear that there is another problem at heart here. Yeah, I got that much. Yep, thank you. Eventually I got it. It just dropped the penny about half a minute ago. Still got the ghost tree, or whatever I'm going to call that. It's not going to work, is it, this? Looks good so far. They're an error. Oh no, they're not. Wait, we got 3 of them that time. It has improved it, just slightly. Why is that in the wrong place though? My best guess is that they've gone too far right, them flags, and they've ended up there. Hmm. When I hard coded the wait there though. When I hard coded the flags in, them trees weren't there. So although I verified that they worked, that wasn't with all them massive amount of trees. Block length. Okay, excellent. So I could have used the word block as well. By the looks of it. I'm just gonna try not doing the trees and see if the flags appear in the right place. Oh wait there. Forgot I'd put that there. That'll fix it, will it? But I've got a sneaky feeling that the trees thing is like causing the glitch, even on the flags. Hmm. The trees kind of looked in the right place there, to be honest. I think if I don't do... Oh, I have to get rid of all this stuff about trees. Because I want to see if the strain of having all them trees in the loop is what's doing it. Sure. So basically, after a few flags, there was some to the left side. And if they're still there, then I know it's nothing to do with the trees. It's looking mighty similar. So this was after this lot. Yeah, they're still bugged. So it's probably something to do with the flags only then. Good, good. Um, I was going to say I won't draw the flags then. It's a bit of hassle. It wouldn't be nothing to do with that white space, would it? Oh, what, 110 there. I deleted it from GIMP. I just closed it without saving, so I'll have to do it by eye. Did I mean 11 there? As long as they don't go through trees, it doesn't really matter where they are. Now to figure out what that flipping tree up there is about. Whoa. Something's wrong with the calculation. With where I put some of the trees or something, but something's wrong there. I've done the same thing on the trees, I'll have to check. Where are all the trees? Did I need to disable interrupt? Did it get halfway through the trees and just give up? But what's happening to the trees? Oh, well, I put 110. It's probably meant to be 13. I'll probably put it in pixels. $30.41. Aha. Oh man, you're amazing. Oh, dude. What would I do without you guys? I'd be lost. You're a freaking hero. Alright, that's looking kind of good now. Well spotted. Wow, I could have missed that. I would have missed that, I should say. Could have missed it forever. Come on, trees. Come on, flags. And then I'll just make that gaff a bit because it's really hard, this game, I'm telling you. Oh, where's the trees at? What the hell? But that's just a case of moving the trees, I think, isn't it? All the flags, in fact. That's not right, though. It's getting halfway through them trees, isn't it? What's going on? They're definitely not lined up like that. Alright, so the Y is wrong, perhaps. Huh. Something's wrong with them. How many was it again? 67, yeah. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 67. There's definitely enough. There's the right amount of values there. All of them are under 24, which is what they need to be. Oh, that's reminding me. Let's change. It was these supposed to be 13. I guess it was probably them as well. It was just the way the flags lined up. I moved them a bit so there wasn't space for 3 in a line. I didn't think it would really matter. I mean, really, I should be able to scatter the trees about. I only done them like this out of laziness, you know. But perhaps I do need less trees. I don't know. I'll try this back. Didn't hurt anything. I wonder, is there a way to make it stop at here until it's finished? Or does it just do that by default? I don't know. It's not just the reset flags though, it's where it moves them down. Or up, whatever you want to call it. Has to go through every single one in the array and move them every frame. I mean, I could try and make a shorter level. Seems to break there, I'm sure they were lined up. Yeah, something's knackered there. Third set of trees. I think it was the third set. Yeah, so the first 2 are fine. Then the flags are fine, I think. They're appearing where they should do, but it's wrong, if you know what I mean, compared to where the flags are. And of course they don't line up, you know, you can't just look at the X and line it up. It doesn't work like that. It's that when it starts going wrong. Can't remember how many flags there are. I think it's the 7th flag. What the hell? It's strange because I drew it out on GIMP and went through it. I guess it's meant to be like that then. I probably drew it like that and I've just forgotten. Where there was just some that didn't have trees near them. They're only getting drawn out of the screen or inside trees. right there. I'm a bit worried that there's too many trees still. What I could do is just have like one tree and draw 4 trees, you know. That's definitely not showing up. They're not showing up in the right place. Hmm. I think that level length is nice, but what I might do is offline just do it again, even doing a different file. Yeah, yeah. They're a bit basic, the layout, aren't they? I'm kind of tempted to do that thing, so I don't have to loop through 67 trees. I could reduce that by a factor of 9, actually, just having them with one position. It's a shame though, because this code's written and it should work. Maybe it is just one thing I've done wrongly. Hmm. Oh well, I'll leave that for next time. I'll pretty much finish up now, I think. Push this to GitHub so I don't lose it. And then, you know, when I'm watching a film or something, I'm going to draw another level up again and just keep this all the same. I'll just change the numbers for starters. And I'll keep, if only I'd saved in GIMP, I just couldn't be bothered. I was being too lazy. I just exited without saving. So I can't even look at what I was working on. And I think I will do that. And what I'm going to do is have way less trees before I can see it working. I'll have groups of 4 trees, yeah, in a sinister order, in a formation, and I'll have you know, just one position for them. And when I do that, I'll just make sure I know already that there's going to be 4 of them there. The reason I avoided that to start off with is because I'll have to change my drawing code here, which is just a pain. Because when I know it works, and I struggle to get it working, I don't like to change things. But I mean, it's just the same as the flag. I've drawn 2 flags. I can do that with the same with the tree. But I don't want to do it right now. I feel like I'll probably fail at it. And this kind of works, so I'm going to push it to GitHub. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't. Sadly I've got work again tomorrow. I certainly will do a bit of coding off air before I go work, but probably won't come online. But I'm getting quite excited to finish this game. I think it's nearly finished. How big, or should I say how small, can you make a loading screen? Is that like a kilobyte or? Just have a tiny little mess around in the main menu. Let's try this. Put a little copyright in the bottom, just for the fun of it. Oops. It doesn't seem to like it. Can't remember what code it is. Oh no, I could use the Spectrum ASCII. That's got it in there. There we go. 0169. Just a bit of fun, really. Change the colour of it as well, just for a laugh. Let's put it down the bottom. Does it just work that quick? No. That's weird. It didn't give me an error here. Probably this thing. No. Doesn't like that, does it? Alright. Why isn't it working? Oh, the 22 thing. Stumble with Bazinga. Okay. Directive print streaming to. I haven't looked up Bazinga.asm. Are you talking about this? Because I just pulled this out of Bazinga, didn't I? Because you can delete this. We only need the random. We're only using. It's not even in here. Pretty sure I can just delete this. Let's comment it all out for now. Oh, rand. That's down the bottom here. So I'll put that into the random helpers, random numbers. There we go. It's not liking the copyright sign, but it's working. Yeah, so I'll delete Bazinga. So it must be in this rand thing. As long as everything in there compiles in SJSN, yeah, that should work. I'll push it to GitHub now for you. Although first, let me just change this actually. I was about to change. It doesn't like the copyright symbol, right? But if I look at the Spectrum character set, I'm sure it's got a copyright symbol. No problems, Micro. I hope that helps. I hope I understood what you meant. I couldn't even find that prop and local, but I definitely weren't using the rest of that function. So the rest of that script. Copyright 7F. See if that works. That'd be pretty cool if it does. Oh, file not found, of course. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even look at it, but well, hey. So I'll have to not be lazy soon, and I can center all that, and then just make sure I clear the screen after I go to level 1. Yeah, got that in there. Got a little plug for the channel. Need some nice graphics in there, don't we? Really, if we can afford to, with space at the end. Little spiky dude going skiing, because I can actually draw it in any art program and turn it into a, use ZX Paintbrush to turn it into ones and zeros for me. I noticed something called screen $sign or something. I don't know if that's the way to store loading screens or not, but I don't know what the advantage is of that. Is it condensed or? But I'll soon find out. Nice. Well, that's enough of Spikie for tonight, I think. Shame we couldn't quite get them flags working. They're nearly there though. This is almost done. And then what more is there after this? Really, not a lot. High scores list. I'll put all you guys in there in the high scores, like Microman, Moz. You can be the top scorers. Nice Namco font. I'd love to if I can fit that in. I mean, we might be able to just. Can you exchange the font without wasting memory? If you know what I mean, can you just literally replace the existing font? These are all things I'll have to look up. I've never even considered doing that. I normally just make do with that font. It's like I know there is that contended memory thing as well, but for now I'm just trying to completely avoid it, to be honest, if I can. Yeah, no problem, Micro. No props. Thank you for being here, as usual. Very thankful of it. I enjoy it, like I say every time. I'm at work, normally looking forward to coming back, streaming, having a chat with you guys, adding more to the game. I mean, I'm weird because I already think about the next game, even though this one isn't complete. I'm always like that. I'm going to focus on this one until it's absolutely spotless. Cheers, my dude. We'll have to work on a C64 game together sometime when I finally learn to do that. Because you'll have access to the GitHub, of course. Yeah, anyway, I'll let you guys go. I'll get off as well. I'll be here tomorrow, same sort of time. Hope to see you all then. Have a good night, folks.